Hey everybody, just got a second here. What are you doing? Just got a second here to make a video, guys. It's been about the craziest week of all time. Some of you may have heard, but Sea Dog 2 has arrived. Yeah, my son was born this past Sunday, so that was a crazy experience. And my wife started laboring on Wednesday night, so it was a 4-day process of laboring, and then of course the baby gets here, and it's been really crazy. Like every 2-3 hours he's got to eat, and so we've been getting no sleep. Like it starts out every 10-15 minutes she's contracting, right? I've got to jump up every 10 to 15 minutes of our life for 4 days. Jump up, she's screaming in pain. I got to jump up and squeeze her hips so it doesn't, so it feels okay. And I've got to watch her just scream in pain and all that. Neither of us have any sleep. And on top of that, the house our animals have fleas. So I'm dealing with that. If you've ever freaking dealt with fleas, it's a complete nightmare. So had to deal with that all last week, and it was probably the most challenging and grueling few days I've ever gone through in my entire life. But I wasn't a fraction as miserable going through that as I was watching the Georgia Tech versus Boston College game. That was an absolute travesty to the sport of football, and it was just a complete nightmare of a game. Jackets, I don't know what the hell's wrong. All of a sudden the defense is terrible. I was willing to give them a mulligan at the NC State game because they've been playing good up until then. The defense I'm talking about. They'd been playing good up until then, but yeah, I don't know what it is these past couple weeks. Even coming out of a bye, the defense has been bad, really bad, like unbelievably bad, like almost like they're not even there. And it hasn't got better. They got like one stop in the NC State game. Like they made them punt once and then made them like kick a field goal once. That was it. It was like they weren't there. Same thing with Boston College. And look, it's not like they got it together or something magically against Boston College to win the game. Boston College, okay, we didn't do anything defensively to improve in that game. Boston College remembered that they were 1-9 and that they suck, and choked and lost the game of their own will, not of ours. Their receivers were still running wide open, and their quarterback was missing easy passes to them. And then they had to punt a few times as a result of that. Nothing that had to do with anything we were doing defensively. So a complete freaking just no-show from our defense 2 weeks in a row, or 2 games in a row. And it's concerning. I mean, we were coming off a bye week. Look, no excuses either. We were fully healthy. We had one player missing from the Boston College game. So we are fully healthy as a team and still putting up this type of performance. I just don't understand. I don't know what it is. Look, man, I'm not able to sit here and obviously I've been through a crazy time. I'm not able to sit here and analyze what the freaking problem is. But it does put a damper on, things going forward. We got the 2-3 biggest games coming up this season. We got Pittsburgh this week. Win and we're in to the ACC title game. And that's a big if we win that game, we'll be in the ACC title. Then we have Georgia, right? So obviously our biggest rival. We got to play them. Then we got to turn around and play the ACC championship in the next week, given that we beat Pitt. So I don't know, man. I don't know if that's going to be happening. It's not looking good for the Jackets lately, just from what I've seen defensively. Like, Brent Key apparently has gone, crazy on them, live tackling and stuff to fix this freaking problem. We got to figure out something. Like I said, biggest game of the year against Pitt here. And, I hate to say or talk like this, but if we beat Pitt, then losing to Georgia doesn't matter. But if we want to be in the playoffs, then we got to beat one of them. We could probably get in the playoffs at 10-2 if we beat Georgia and miss the ACC championship, in my opinion. But I don't know, maybe. It's just, do I think we're going to do anything in the playoffs? No. I think my ultimate goal for this year is to beat Georgia and win the ACC championship, but that would require us winning out all three of our next games. So probably have to choose one of them. If you ask me which one I'd rather have, look, I hate Georgia and everything. I want a freaking ACC championship. I want to. It's close. Don't get me wrong. It is close. I hate the bastard freaking Bulldogs, and I want to beat them more than anything in the world. But I want to brag about, a conference championship. I want a trophy. I want a hat that I can wear every video, a shirt I can wear out. That was pretty cool. But I want it to say ACC championship, Yellow Jackets 2025. I want some hardware. You know what I mean? I want something like that. So, well, can the Jackets do it? Offensively, we can. Notice how I haven't mentioned the offense. That's because they're doing their job. They're continuing to get better throughout the year. Haynes King, Heisman candidate, of course, losing the one game for whatever reason, even though his play has not dropped off a minute freaking any amount at all. Well, in fact, it's gotten better. But he's been dropped out of the Heisman conversation simply because we have a loss that our defense cost us the game, where he threw 500, or he was responsible for 500 yards of offense in that game. So just a complete, I don't even know what to say about, the Heisman, whatever race. It's annoying. It's a popularity contest. And Haynes King, of course, should still be in the Heisman running. But, things don't always work how they should. Playoff committee talks out both sides of their ass. They don't know what the hell football even is. They don't know how to rank these damn teams. They'll say that they contradict themselves constantly. But look, listen, I'll say this. Georgia Tech is in a special position that not a lot of other teams are. We completely control our own future and our own destiny. If we want to get in the playoffs, all we got to do is beat Pitt, win the ACC championship. We don't even got to beat Georgia. Or I believe that, we might be able to get in there at 10-2 with a win against Georgia. So we perhaps have multiple paths to the playoffs, which not a lot of teams can say. So, will we get in? Who knows? Once we get there, who could we be? I think we would get, killed by any of the top 10 teams or whatever. But there's teams we could beat in the top 15. I'm not scared of most of them. I'm damn sure not scared of Georgia. I'm not scared of those bastards. That's a throw your record out the window type of game, type of rivalry. It's going to be from now on, and people don't want to believe it or whatever. I don't care. They're going to play out of their minds that game. And I think they're going to play out of their minds against Pitt. Be on the lookout. I'm going to preview the Pitt game we have tomorrow. It is Friday. And I'm just now talking about the Boston College game from last week, but, I did my best. So, I do believe that we got, a lot to play for, and that I think maybe the Jackets will maybe get their head out of their ass, hopefully this next couple weeks. But that's what I said against Boston College in the bye week, so who knows? We'll see. Anyway, that's my thoughts on that. Go Jackets, and I'll see y'all next time.